Hello and welcome to Lovebug Tarot. So today, don't be scared. I know we have a lot of death cards up here. But today we are asking about feeling stuck. I don't know. It's just this particular time right now. I feel like there's a lot of I call it kind of sticky energy. Just feeling like trying to figure out how to go forward with things, or just feeling kind of stuck in a rut. Sorry, there's something shifting over here. There we go. I have a fan going on in the background, so hopefully it's not too loud. It's moving stuff. Okay. Distraction. So yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at is looking at these feelings of kind of being stuck, like feeling like you're not going anywhere, just looking into that and then seeing how we can shift that. We can change it around. And that's why I chose the death card to represent the three piles today, because it is about you know, rebirth and emergence. So what sometimes when we feel stuck, at least my personal experience is that something needs to change, and sometimes you need to let go of something needs to shift so we can move forward. And death is a big card of transformation in the tarot. So that's what we're going to be looking at. So it's going to be the situation, kind of do just a check-in. What are the feelings, the frustrations, the anxieties, like what is going on with this situation? And then we're going to be looking at how to get unstuck. So pretty straightforward. Advice, guidance, as always, from the universe. And if you like this little peach notepad, I will have the link in the description to the artist. They are a lovely person. Small business, so always like to support small business. That link will be in the description, so definitely check them out. Okay. Where am I putting this? I don't know. It's fine. All right. So for your piles, we have pile 1. I have the death card. It's the classic Rider-Waite tarot. And then we also have a charm and a stone. So we kind of got a little bit of everything today. All right, so let me lift these up, and I have to zoom in my camera, so it's going to get a little blurry for a hot second. I promise there's a method to my madness. All right, so this is the kind of amulet charm. Sun and stars. It's pewter. So how pretty. I've had this a long time. And your stone is this dark moonstone. Okay. I have to go back and forth. I just realized that. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Come on. There we go. To manually do it because my system. All right, and just in case, this is the classic Rider-Waite death card. Actually, let's see if we can do it without having to readjust the focus. We'll try. All right, pile 2. You have the Last Unicorn deck. This is a gorgeous deck. So this is the death card for the Last Unicorn deck. And your charm, and it's not a stone, it's actually a piece of green glass. And I just saw these two and I thought they would go great together. And this is a abstract piece of, it is also glass. It is very old. It was my grandmother's. So we're looking at like the 30s, 40s. And it is this abstract piece of glass that has all of these different little shapes melted into it. It's very pretty. Grandma had some funky taste. All right. Pile 3. Ooh, you have the Yoshitani deck. And this is the death card. I'm hoping it's showing up, but there's this little skull shadow here. But that is your card for pile 3. All right, and your charm, your amulet is this. Can I get, no. All right, hold on. We are going to make that. There we go. You can see a bit more of the carving right here. But your charm is this fish hook. It is made of bone. It is ethically sourced cow bovine bone. made from a artisan in Hawaii. And your crystal is this quartz point. A little inlay of mother of pearl here too. Okay. All right, readjust the focus because cameras. There we go. All right, so feel free to take however long you need. You can pause the video. If you know the pile you want to jump to, the timestamps will be in the description, so you can go ahead and click on those. And if not, again, take your time. And whichever pile or piles you are drawn to, I will see you in your video. Hello, pile 1. If you chose pile 1, you chose the classic Rider Waite death card, and the Dark Moonstone, and also our Sun and Star amulet up here. Okay, so we are going to dive right in and see what is the situation, what is happening, feelings, frustrations, anxieties, like what is going on. This can also be just like a vibe check. So if you are not, if what is being said in the reading you're just not resonating with, that's okay. That is a-okay. You can always look at another read, both here and elsewhere, if you ever want some recommendations. I have many. All right, I'm seeing those. Okay. Ooh, get a purple one. Cool. All right, anybody in this pile for our pile 1? Okay, all right, you get a bunch. The tea leaf deck only has, well, it has 200 cards, but there's only 12 month of the year and 12 astral houses, so you got 2. It's very interesting. Okay. Let's get some tokens. Oh, 2. The tokens, if you've seen any of the other reads, I use them sometimes. Didn't mean to just flash them right then. But they're little wooden tokens that I painted many moons ago. And we just use them as part of our practice. Something a little different. Get some, ooh, got one. Some rune ASMR going. I need to, all right. Hey, all right. Element of surprise. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Focus. Interesting. Out of all the cards to come out, that's just really interesting because one of the reads I just did, I'm just starting to get back after I was sick for like a good hot minute. The first read I did when I got back, this card came out as one of the focal points, if you will. Ha! No pun intended. So that's just very interesting. All right, so we have 35, the sign of Sagittarius here. We've got the air symbol, focus. It's a flower. And this hand. I always am fascinated by this hand with the eye in it. Okay. Months of the year. Ooh. Okay. So this is a timeless read. However, when this is going up, we are just about to go into the month of August. So if you're watching this in the future, it could be something coming up very, very soon. We'll get a little bit more information, but it's interesting, of January to August. So something 8 months. Ooh, 35. 3 plus 5 is 8. Something could be happening in August. And the death card is, oh, that's 13. I just read that for some reason as 5 and 3. COVID brain, I'm so sorry. Or you can't say that. I guess the Rona. The Backstreet Boys tour. I don't know if people are still using that reference, but we'll just call it the... I got tickets to their second, third, fourth tour, whichever one. All right. So we got focus. We got some months of the year. Ooh, okay. So these 2 tokens are interesting. We have the token of like inner light And then a token of sensuality, of like love and self-love, like your true authentic self kind of vibe. It can take on, these are just interesting, the images I painted many a long time ago. Just their meanings can change with like depending on what's happening in the read, which cards and other things, other tools often do as well. Ooh, okay. And then we have Awaz. Steady progress, teamwork, partnership, movement. Okay. Okay. So we're going to look at your T cards in a second. All right, you got 4. But I'm kind of getting the sense, pile 1, something feels, it's interesting you have like this forward movement. So if you're feeling stuck, as if something has not moved, and maybe it's something you started 8 months ago or at the beginning of the year, or something that's just you've been working on for a long time and it just feels like it's not going anywhere. And it's something you've been focusing real hard on. And with Sagittarius, Sagittarius is, even though this is an air symbol, this is the Sagittarius is a fire sign. Sagittarius is like November, December. It's also ruled by Jupiter. So I'm already getting the sense that like even though you're feeling stuck, like something hasn't moved forward, it's about to. It's interesting that's coming up now. And especially with these two, it's something that's like very dear to yourself, to your heart. It could be even like part, I don't want to say like part of your identity, but it's just something that's just you. Like it's just part of like, I don't know how to describe this. It's like when you are engaged with this, there's something of your true authentic self coming out. Yeah, especially with the inner light here. So I can definitely see how that's frustrating. It's like something, you're wanting this to progress, you're wanting this to make progress, but even though you've been really focusing on it, and the hand here, that's kind of in this stop, or it's the other way, but anyways, it feels like, again, like things have just not been moving. All right, let's see what we got. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. That is brilliant. Rose, romance is in the air. Ooh, okay. This could be something with a relationship as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be just not just, but this could be a deep emotional connection with another person. Like someone who's a reflection of you, who's just like that person. They're your person, you're their person kind of thing. All right, so let's get some more information. Wall, misunderstanding, and bell, an announcement. Ooh, okay. I want to get a little bit of clarification. So let's grab the classic Rider-Waite. Let's get a little more information, if we can, please, about this situation for pile 1. Because, I'm just interested, I'm curious if this is more about a person, a relationship, or if this is more focused on like a career or your studies, like what? Or maybe just like a passionate endeavor. Like it's clearly something that you've put a lot of heart and soul into. Okay, we got, we got 4. Nice. Okay, the Four of Coins. Page of Wands. Oh, that's interesting. Wands is a fire suit and is typically considered a very passionate. Oh, that's very interesting. See, Cups is typically associated with emotions, with romance, with that kind of, that side of the emotional body. Wands is fire and more associated with the spirit. And again, we had Sagittarius over here. We have a lot of red flowers. So this doesn't necessarily, I feel, reflect a person. Maybe for some of you it does. I feel like this is something you want to undertake. And it's a page too. Page is a very young energy. So it's something you've been working on, but it's still very new. But you want it, and I can understand it's like you're passionate about this, you want it to move forward, you want it to make progress, but it's still very new. That can be frustrating for sure. Misunderstanding. Ooh. With the Seven of Swords. A misunderstanding. Something. It's real. We're going to look at this in a second, but the Four of Coins here with overcoming a problem, there may be a sense that this can't go forward, or it's having difficulty. It feels stuck because it doesn't have the resources to back it up to move forward, whether that's however those physical resources, are a reality for you. It could be money. Absolutely could be money. It could also be just backing like that. It's not that there's a lack, it's just feels like what you do have, you're holding on to very carefully. Like, you being very careful with the resources you do have. But this is very encouraging that it connected with the bridge, because this is successfully overcoming a problem. Like, you being careful with your resources to invest in this so that passion can move forward. A misunderstanding with the Seven of Swords. I don't know. Like, the Seven of Swords is like someone doing something a little shady. Or maybe there was a misunderstanding and someone misinterpreted someone's actions as like malevolent, or they were doing so like, oh my God, you can't do that. Like, that's really horrible. How could you do that, without realizing like that was never their intention? Again, like something either behind the scenes. Yeah, something was misunderstood, and action did not go over well. Ooh, the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, with an announcement. Okay. This feels like a little bit of a complicated situation. And I can understand how that can be frustrating. You want things to move forward, but there's just these obstacles, the resources, misunderstandings. It could be a lack of communication, poor communication. Just something broke down here. And that could definitely be part that needs to change, for sure. The fact that the bell announcement and the Queen of Pentacles, I get it's interesting because it's a court card. So this could be representative of someone coming in to help you with those resources here. Ooh, and Ewaz is also about teamwork, because it represents, this rune represents, it's a horse? Yeah, it's a horse. So the idea is a very rudimentary one. But if you can imagine, like, riding a horse takes teamwork between both the horse and the rider. It takes communication, nonverbal communication. It takes trust. So that is very interesting, where someone could be coming in and helping either to clear up this misunderstanding, or helping with resources. So this can move forward. This thing can get unstuck. Or maybe both. Maybe they're coming in and they're a mediator. You know, they can just come in and clarify a thing. Because the Queen of Pentacles, and again, queens, they're energies, not genders. So this could be a person who's very practical, very down to earth, but they have the resources to back up the things that they believe in. And I'm just seeing this little ram's head on the corner of the throne. So this could be, I don't know, maybe like, I know it's an earth card. Pentacles is an earth card, but I'm getting maybe a ram or a Capricorn. Capricorn and Aries both have goats or horned creatures. But yeah, Capricorn is December, January as well. Interesting. There could be a link there. This could be someone you met in January. This could be the person that perhaps there's another person involved in this whole scenario, and this is referring to them. You know, this misunderstanding is clear. So there's a lot of what ifs. Let's get a little more clarification on this. And then I promise we're going to be looking at how to unstick. Oh, okay, right out of the gate. Right out of the gate. And four cards again. All right. Ooh, 7 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Oh. Remember we were talking about cups deals with kind of the heart and the emotions? That's very interesting that landed right here. There could be an element of like intimate partnership, not just business partnership, but intimate partnership as well. King of Swords, a lot of court cards. And the 2 of Coins. Okay. So I'm getting a little more clarification actually, and also how this might get resolved. The King of Swords landing with the 7 of Swords here on this misunderstanding. You may need to take some time, take a step back, and look at the situation, the communications, logically. Kind of take a step back from the emotion of it and look at it. I don't want to, like, detached feels very cold, but sometimes when our emotions are still very attached to a situation, to a person, it can be very difficult to kind of analyze or look at what happened, see, you know, find solutions, successfully overcoming a problem. So if this is in terms of like a relationship, remember we were talking about the mediator? Again, the 2 of Coins. This is someone who's juggling, who's balancing. This could be someone coming in who just, whatever announcement they make is going to be big. But it's going to also help kind of equalize this situation, help bring balance to it. And you'll be moving from having to be very, very careful with resources to almost being overwhelmed with choices of what you can do and where you can go, which is awesome. Okay. I don't know. I'm just sometimes the Rona brain takes a minute to process. Hi. All right. So the situation, it feels very complex. I feel like there's more than, again, this is a general read, so take what resonates. You don't have to listen to something that doesn't. If none of this is resonating, this may not be your pile, and that's okay. You can check out any of the other piles, any of the other reads. But I'm getting the sense that this could be a situation of like career studies or personal relationship or both. Again, this feels very multi-layered. However, there was, I think the main feature of what was happening here. January. Yeah, so this could be perhaps a relationship, an endeavor. You know, again, if you're a student and you're studying, this could be a semester. I don't know how many months a semester is. It's been a minute since I've been in school. But whatever it was something you were deeply, something or someone you were deeply passionate about. Yeah. Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, with the rose just, and again, it doesn't have to be romantic love. This is something, I feel like it's someone here because we have two of these court cards. Someone who you had a deep personal relationship with. Whether it's a friend, a lover, a family member, whoever that is in your life. Okay. Yeah, if it's a person, successfully overcoming a problem. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to word. I love it when it always comes during reads because, you know, it's not like I have to articulate what's coming through. That would be silly. Okay, so just we're going to go down this rabbit hole real quick. This feels very specific, but again, this is a general read. Take it if it resonates, that's amazing. If not, that's okay. We will look at some other options. If this is a person, this could be I don't know if it's the same person or it's a new person. Perhaps if this was broken off because of this misunderstanding, however it was, or maybe it was like the two of you took a break or something, or it's just kind of the relationship's gone, I don't want to say flat, but maybe a little cold. The idea that this misunderstanding, balance is going to come from it. You're going to come out of this. The King of Swords. I feel like the King of Swords is someone who's going to like take a moment, analyze, like logically just, okay, let's look at this from a logical point of view. It's a very, like, again, Swords is very mental. So whatever misunderstanding that happened, I get the sense that it's like these two queens kind of come together in a sense. And what was once very, like, yes, I don't think the passion is gone, but the idea of, it's interesting, the pages here, because pages are very young. They can be a little reckless. They can sometimes be a little immature. So perhaps that was an element of this, and it was just so focused on the relationship, so focused on like loving, being in love, that like just so focused on the love aspect that some other things kind of slid by, maybe didn't get addressed, and that led to this misunderstanding. But if the two of you, if this is the same person, I don't know, I kind of get the sense that it is like taking a step back and from a grounded place, coming back together to a much more grounded, earthy, balanced relationship. And it's not to say the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles isn't, you know, someone who's loving. They're very earthy. You know, earth is a very can be very sensual. But it's much more steady, I want to say. So if it's the same person or perhaps a new person, and if it's a new person coming in, this could be a time where you've taken a step back and really analyzed what happened. What went down? Why did this separation happen? This divide, this wall. Again, very specific, but that was just kind of something that was coming through. Um, if this is more of a career, again, this feels very layered, very layered. I hope I'm making sense. I'm just saying things as they come. Whew. But it is some kind of partnership. It is a partnership that has taken a lot of your focus, that has taken a lot of your attention. You've put in a lot of resources, whether those are personal resources, emotional resources, mental, however it is, for quite some time. And this could be 8 months. Just getting the sense, yeah, January to August. It's something you put your heart and soul into. Getting like this heart and soul vibe here. And it has been tough. You know, whether it's with a person, a relationship, an endeavor, your studies, like having that not moving forward when it's something you've put your whole being into is very frustrating. That was a very long roundabout way to be like, that feels like the situation. But again, this feels like a complicated situation. So I hope this helps. We are now going to be looking at how can we get unstuck from this? How can pile one move to kind of unstick this situation, to help it move forward, to help this death card, this death and rebirth, the transformation. Oh, okay. That's it. That's all I wanted to come out. Oh, I'm making a mess. Ooh, all right. We have the High Priestess. Can I move these down here? Can I? Let's see. Ooh, the Sun. The Sun and the High Priestess. Okay. Okay. Four of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Justice. It's interesting. This card is interesting for Justice because there's two images here. And so technically I usually read uprights, but I'm going to leave this one in reverse. Ooh, and the Devil. Okay. How pile one is getting unstuck. I always say we as a collective. Okay. I'm getting the message of like, focus on yourself. Yeah, focus on the High Priestess. I just get the sense of, yeah, focusing on one's self, because we see this figure and I just feel like they are in meditation. They are just in touch with their intuition a lot. And we have the Sun card here. The Sun is also a Leo card. And we're about now to enter into Leo season. So it's definitely, there's something that could be happening very shortly for you. And again, if you're watching this in the future, it could be coming up very soon or whenever Leo season is, oh my God, my brain, end of July to like mid-end August. So we're moving in there. The Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like there's help coming in. But it's the kind of help that is offered. You see this hand is kind of offering this bowl where this rainbow is coming out. But you're the one that has to take it. And I say that because of the Five of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles, of Coins, is a card of lack, and kind of this lack mentality, lack energy. And it could be you've been there for a while, especially with the 4 over here. This kind of holding on to the resources that you have. And coming out of this situation, whether it's a career path, studies, a personal relationship, and that can be very hard to kind of accept help. But you see, there's a key and a keyhole here, and this person could grab that key, even if it feels huge. That key is enormous, or this person is very small. You don't know. I guess it depends on the reality, on your situation. So it feels like this helping hand could be this person we were talking about over here. This very grounded person coming in to kind of balance everything out, but it's something that you have to accept. You have to accept that help. You have to walk through that door. It's not easy. The key may feel enormous, and it may feel like, what is even happening? But that is something that, you have to walk through the door. Interesting with Justice and the Devil. I get the sense with this, Justice is interesting because it's a card. The best phrase I can use is getting what you deserve, but not necessarily what you want. It's justice. Justice is supposed to be blind. You see, this person has their eyes closed. This person does not. And the Devil here. I'm getting a sense that if this involves a person, especially if there was a misunderstanding, we talked about maybe some shady business happening here. Be careful, as the King of Swords, that can be a very detached and logical energy, but be careful if these two figures both have swords. Be careful that you are seeking justice in this case and not revenge. Yeah, it's, if someone did do you dirty, and I'm so sorry if they did, because that's, oof, that is no good, especially if they were very close to you. Again, there was definitely a connection there. I don't know. Again, this is very specific, so take it if it resonates. If not, that's okay. But even if you feel like you are justified in your actions, take a moment and make sure that they are not coming from a lower vibration, if you will. It's one thing to get justice. Let's say someone stole money from you and getting that money back. It's another thing, to take it steps further and go after them or steal money from them. It's like, hey, how do you like it? But it's like, no, you just stole money too. Now, it's these things don't just cancel each other out, kind of deal. So just be careful with that energy. Oh, this was upside down. Very, very interesting. Okay. It's always fascinating when the High Priestess comes up too. This is a number 2. This is a 2. This could be someone you don't expect. Like, you don't see this situation coming, this announcement. Someone coming in and being like, hey, I can help you out in this. Because the High Priestess is a little mysterious. But I really love that we got the Sun card here. Because the sun is like this just joyous energy. It's the sun. It's light and life. And I feel like the universe is saying, don't forget that. Don't forget your light. again, we had this token, this kind of inner light token, and this person with this just beautiful light coming out of them. You know, don't forget your joy. Don't let other people rob your joy, your light. Ooh, okay. Yeah, things are changing. I get there's this little pair of dice on this person's neck. I just get the message of like roll the dice. So maybe there is like a chance meeting. Maybe there's something here. 2 dice, these 2 coins. But something is shifting. You have the Wheel of Fortune and Death too. Yeah, something is changing. But which direction it goes is up to you, because again, we have this light and this dark. And we have this light and this dark. Because again, you have free will. You always have free will. What you do with it, it's up to you. Ooh, we have King of Cups over the Queen of Cups. That was fantastic. Okay. Let's get... And the Death card again. Alright, you got Death twice. I feel like there's some emotional healing from this situation, whether it is like obviously a relationship, an interpersonal, happening that is going on that feels rough, or it is something in your career, in your studies that you've invested a lot into. That can, again, emotions are messy. That could be part of this journey for you, is finding this emotional healing. And it's really interesting. We were talking about someone coming in and offering a hand, offering this bowl, and you see this person has this bowl right here in front of them. So I feel as if, should you accept this help, that's when the change happens. That's when this death and rebirth, this shift, this getting unstuck, this, whether it's a feeling stuck is like something's not going anywhere, or a repetitive, repeating pattern of behavior, whatever it is, accepting the help, as difficult as it can be. But again, I feel like you'll be supported. You have someone coming in to help you. What you choose, how you choose to go about it is up to you. But should you accept the help, it could be advice as well. That's where this healing is going to come in. That's where the shift I feel is going to happen regardless. But how it happens and the results are going to depend on you. So, okay. All right, let's look at our bottom of our deck. Ooh, okay. 8 of Cups. Part of that healing could be realizing you have to walk away. You can only really see 1 cup here, but there's one that's in the process of falling beneath the water, and it's hard to see here, but there's these little spots where other cups have sunk. So if this is a repeating pattern, if this is a behavior that's, I'm thinking of an example. This is an example of maybe, people are like, oh, you have a type, like you date these particular people, and, those people are linked to a pattern of behavior that stems from, it could stem from trauma. It could stem from, an experience of your past that's subconscious. Maybe you're not aware of it. And this could be part of this accepting help and going on a healing journey. And again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a mental health professional. Just putting it out there. But this Eight of Cups, I'm just seeing like all the ones that I've already drowned. And it looks like this one's almost gone. This one's on fire. Um, and this person is finally walking away. They're like, you know what, I'm done with this. But they're walking into a new dawn. They're walking into their sun, you know? They're walking towards their sun. So I freaking love that. All right, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck over here. Ooh, the moon. Whoa, whoa. Which is 18. Again, we had the number 8 popping around a lot in the beginning. Something could be coming to light. It's really scary to venture forth. This little crawfish, lobster, however you want to call it. I know there's a big difference. Don't come at me. You know, venturing forth, things aren't always as they seem. You know, so we don't know if this person is very tiny or if this door is very big. We don't know if this key is heavy or it's really light. And we don't know if maybe this person has people around them to help them lift that key into the keyhole, to open the door, to turn it. Like, but it depends on your point of view, to quote Star Wars. Bonus points if people know where that's from. I hope you do. Yeah, but it does. It depends on your point of view. It really does. Whether things feel insurmountable, that is okay. That is a real and valid fear. But know that you can make that happen. You can make that turn. You can make that shift. You can get unstuck. All right, pile 1. I feel this is your read. Oy, Jamoy is long. I cannot do a short read. I tried. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. One day we'll get it. Today's not that day. All right. Thank you so much for trusting me to read for you. If you resonated with the read, I cannot brain today. If you resonated with the read, please like, subscribe, share is very helpful. And just those little housekeeping things. You can check out, we have some links in the description for my personal shop, also for the notepad in the introduction. Any of the cards or the tools that are available, I'll make sure to list or provide links for those as well in the description. Okay, we got through that. Wow, my brain. Okay. Yeah. Thank you again. Pile 1, sending you lots of love. And until we meet again, much love. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. And I will see you next time. Okay? Bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose Pile 2, this is your card. This is the Death card from the Last Unicorn Tarot. And if you like this deck, it's a gorgeous deck. I do have the link in the description. It's a very specific link because part of the proceeds go to the original creator, which is very important to me. Okay, so let's dive in. Get you some oracle cards for, all right. Let's see what's going on in the situation. What is feeling the stuck? And as always, oh, okay. Dang. Well, this is kind of a energy check-in, a vibe check, if you will, for the situation. If it doesn't resonate, you obviously do not have to stick around. You can listen to any of the other piles. Oh my goodness. Okay, easy there. It tells me we're gonna have a lot of tea leaves for tea for 2. All right, let's go. You can check out any of the other piles, any of the other reads that are on the channel. And as always, if you ever want suggestions for other readers, because there are some fabulous ones here on YouTube, let me know. I'll gladly send you their way, because you will always find the answer to your question. It's just sometimes a little overwhelming to find the right read. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I'm waffling on about that. Okay, let's get a rune for you. Rune for two. I don't know why we're singing. All right, we got two. Again, two. All right. Got two there. These are little wooden tokens. I painted them many, many years ago. So yeah, oh, another two. I sometimes use them in my reads. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. I shuffled this. It's just this came out in pile one, so just an observation, not a recommendation. All right, so we have the Inner Light token and the Divine Masculine, the Green Man token as well. Okay. Ooh, okay. I always have trouble with names. Awas? Awas? I'm pretty sure. Anyways, this is the just be like, it's the rune of protection. This is a rune of protection. It can like, but also like support, friendship. There's definitely, it's like protection and support, which is wonderful to get for a read that we're looking into, like, why are things stuck? What is happening? And then we have Ingus, which is productivity and work. And I always see this as like a seed that's been planted and it's got little roots growing and it's got a little sprout coming up. So it's something kind of sprouting. Okay. Okay. I don't know where to put these. I don't know what I'm doing. I just work here. Ooh, attraction. 34. We have Libra. Libra's an air sign. Think about that. An air symbol here. Attraction with the flower pansy and this pendulum. Interesting that it's a pendulum, because I get the sense of, if anybody's ever done a pendulum work, you know, it's a back. It's like what comes out comes back. And Libra has the symbol of like scales and balance. So that is, we'll get some more information with the tea leaves and the tarot, but that is wonderful, because I get the sense that whatever has been stuck for you, like the pendulum goes one way, it has to swing back the other way. The scales are going to balance out, which is like from the get-go fantastic energy to have. Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles, also lovely to have. Okay. Apple, temptation will test you. There's a little, a lot of people can see the apple, but there's also like a snake here hidden in the leaves. It's interesting. Wall, misunderstanding. Anybody coming in from pile one? If you know, you know. But yeah. Observation, not a recommendation, but this was also in pile one. Hills, obstacles to overcome. We're just going to put this over here. Like, the fact that obstacles have come out twice differently, we'll take note of that. Ear, good news. Oh, that's wonderful. Hammock, taking a vacation mentally or physically or mentally. That's that's a vibe. Okay. So I'm gonna put the hills and the eagle together, because I feel like this is just, there's a lot of emphasis on overcoming something. Misunderstanding and temptation. We'll get some tarot cards for you. I'm getting this idea of like a test and overcoming, obviously like triumph, and you're protected in this as well. This shift that's happening. I feel like it was a test to like your very soul. This kind of inner light. We'll get some more information from the tarot. But But this has been, I feel like this is something that has gone really deep. Either it's been a long, like this is a shift that's a long time coming. Mm. Or this is something that in a way felt very much like fate tempting you, like tempting, I don't want to say tempting fate, although that's kind of another. I always feel like tempting fate is just like, should I? Should I? Let's do it anyways, even if like all the signs point to no, don't do that. But more of a sense of like destiny or fate kind of, yeah, I guess just like testing your metal, testing the strength of your spirit. And I get the sense that you have done very well, because we have a lot we have a lot of signs and symbols, if you will. We have good news, taking a vacation, which, dang, yeah, that is. Ooh, I am a little jealous. Wish I could be there in that hammock. Ooh, this is a very heavy deck. All right, two there. The deck is robust. The Knight of Coins. Yeah, the way you have overcome these obstacles is with a slow and steady approach. Like, no matter what obstacles were in your way, you kept moving forward. You kept, baby, even if it was like crawling, you kept moving forward. Progress isn't always made at a sprint. Sometimes it's made at a crawl. And like, whew, I feel that. Eight of Swords. Ooh, okay. With the temptation. So I get the sense that this temptation, maybe this test, wasn't from an external source. It was from an internal. The Eight of Swords talks about this kind of self-victimization, like the idea that you can see this figure and they're surrounded by swords, kinda. So in a sense, they might feel trapped, but that doesn't mean that they are. They could take off the blindfold. They could walk away from this, this framework of swords. They can see they're reaching for, in this image, this figure here is the human form of a unicorn, and you can see the unicorn spirit. Like, what they want is to return to like maybe how things were in the movie. That's kind of how it is. But spoilers, in the end, the unicorn realizes that they have been mortal and they are thus therefore changed forever. Things cannot go back to the way they were. I don't know why, but that particular theme came up. So part of that temptation was just like getting out of this mindset of being trapped, or getting out of the mindset of like, I have to stay here because things need to remain the same. That could have been part of that internal test. The Five of Swords with misunderstanding. Ooh. Something. It's interesting that, because again, I always see the two figures here, and they're kind of highlighted. It's all sparkly, and they're in the limelight. But it's kind of like the idea of the internet, where what you see of a lot of people on the internet is very cultivated. It's very carefully and meticulously chosen, so everything looks perfect and shiny and sparkly, but you don't see the swords. So here you are in the foreground holding the swords going, man, I wish I had that, without realizing, because they never show it. This kind of a little bit of deception. But this is also a card. It's not of deception. It's more of the Seven of Swords. This is a bit more kind of blatant and in your face. And that is something, this misunderstanding, something could felt like a slight, like a direct, I don't want to say like an attack, but hmm, yeah, whatever misunderstanding happened, it was pretty big. And I also just remembered, like, again, that hamster wheel is moving really fast in my head. Um, that tiny hamster is doing its best. The Five of Swords is also about like winning and losing. So, in some sense, there could have been a situation where someone was a sore loser or an egotistical winner. Like there was something of that avenue, or perhaps what they said they didn't think was ego. They thought, oh, I'm being humble, I'm being, I'm humble brag kind of thing, but it was taken in the wrong way. Again, something just, as someone who is spicy brained, I don't always understand social cues. So if someone says something in a sarcastic manner but they say it very straightforward or very dry, I will take that as face value. It's so I can sometimes misunderstand what people are saying, and that can lead to some uncomfortable situations. Personal example. That's not going to apply to everybody, but that's kind of the sense of the situation I'm feeling. Like there was something either said or done, and someone misinterpreted it. Like there was a subcontext that just didn't get picked up. Sorry. So in this deck, there are two lovers cards. There's a classical lovers, and then there's this one. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know how YouTube is going to react to this, but yeah. Anyways, I just find it very funny this comes out with good news. I just I just got the message of like it's good news, like the universe is smothering you in good news. You can see this person is tied to a tree and the tree has come to life. And is just infatuated. They are smothering this poor person who is cannot escape in affection. So there's definitely a sense of like it may be a little overwhelming, but it is coming from a good place, and things are coming together because the lovers is also about like choice and things coming together, which is again we talked about the pendulum and the things balancing out, things sprouting for you, things being productive, things working out, being protected. All right, so 10 of Wands. Ooh, with hammock. That is very interesting. Ooh, also, look at this. Both of these have that clock. This little gremlin creature kind of snacking on the clock, the broken clock, no less. 10 of Wands with hammock. So, yeah, when this shift happens, you've been carrying a really heavy burden. There's like just the Wands is a fire suit. It's about your spirit and your soul. And this is something, again, we talked about like a test, something that tested you to your very like core. But it's a 10. Tens are the end of that suit. So it's the end of that cycle. You can take a breath. You can take that little vacation. Again, physical or mental. Maybe it's just, things shift and you find yourself with a free afternoon and you're like, you know what? I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to make myself a cozy drink. I'm going to sit on the couch and I'm going to binge watch my favorite anime. Listen, I'm just projecting here, okay? But that it could be that, or it could be a literal vacation. It could be you going somewhere. But having the ability to do that after a time, and isn't it with this broken clock? Just the idea of I feel like it felt like time stood still. Like again, that being stuck, nothing was progressing, nothing was moving. Felt like you know, either time was standing still or time was passing you by and like nothing was changing. That is coming to an end. And it's interesting, there's this big wave. We have the unicorns here. Again, this huge wave coming in. I feel like it's just going to come out of nowhere. And it's going to be like, you know what? You're getting amazing things. You're getting all the good things all at once. The Magician. Yeah, this has been a trial, but it's also a triumph because you are going to see just how powerful you are, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome energy. Yeah. So that's the situation. We're also getting a little bit of insight about kind of how things are going to be moving on, which is freaking fantastic. I absolutely adore that. If this feels like it is resonating with you, then this is a good indicator. This is your pile. If not, that's okay. You can check out the other piles. You can check out other reads. Again, do not ever have to force yourself. All right. So we are clearly moving into this energy. Could we get some information about how this is happening? How this is happening, if it's already happening? Okay, all right, Two of Pentacles. I was never sure which, oh yeah, this one is this way. I'm actually going to, some of these cards, just the imagery on it, invokes something very different when it's in reverse, even though I typically read upright. So I'm going to leave this one in reverse as it came out. So right off the bat with these two, I'm getting the sense that something that can help you move into this energy of manifestation, of abundance, of just getting this unstuck, is getting out of your head and finding more ways to balance yourself. Because we have the Eight of Swords here. Again, Eight of Swords, twice. Just saw that. That's, I think, perhaps you were currently in this test. You're in this kind of, the universe feels like it's testing me kind of thing. So we were saying, like, this person feels trapped. You know, they might feel isolated. They might be wishing for the past. They might be like, oh, but what if, you know. And it's interesting here because we have this reflection. Like, this person is in reality, but this reflection of kind of what's happening in their head. You know, they might feel lost. All the crows here yelling, you know, just very loud internal dialogue that may not be the nicest. Getting out of that. And that could come, the Two of Pentacles here showing. It's interesting, it's pentacles, so it's earth. And we have this physical purse, but we also have, I don't know if it's a purse, but it's disc. We'll just call it a disc. They have this physical disc here, and we have this disc of light. A balance between like spirit and earth, a balance between your head and your heart, you know, finding a little bit more balance that way. It's very interesting that Eight of Swords came out twice for you. So part of this test, this temptation that could be happening at the moment, is one that's inside. And what can help you is moving away from this kind of chaotic or negative internal dialogue. The Queen of Cups. Yes. That is going to lead to some amazing emotional healing. And I also get the sense of letting go. Again, both this person, like their body language, their hand gesture, you know, they just have their hands up. The phrase like, Jesus, take the wheel. Whether or not you are Christian or religious, but just that kind of sentiment, if you will. But this idea of letting go, of going with the flow, instead of maybe trying to force things, you know. I again, I just, this sense of what you're trying to move forward may come out differently than what you envisioned, but don't let it pass you by just because it comes in a different form. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. 5 of Pentacles. Lovers and good news. Something else, again, this kind of mental, I guess we'll call it a mental test. I'm not sure how else to phrase it. But the idea of getting away from a mentality, a lack mentality, which yeah, easier said than done. Because, okay, so, sorry, there's just like so many thoughts happening. So sometimes I apologize if I kind of zone out for a second. But the idea of like, the keys will come to you, but you're the one that has to pick it up and open the door. And in order to see the key, this person has to lift their head up. You know, so it's, again, easier said than done. That could be part of this balance. You know, the let go, going with the flow. You'll find your key. You know, you'll find your key a little easier. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that is upside down. Da, 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 da. You saw nothing. All right. Last 2. Oh. These kind of match. Dang. Hanged Man and the Hermit. Okay. Yeah. The going with the flow, letting go, seeing things from a new perspective, a new angle. It's just real interesting that the color schemes of these are so similar. And they match this kind of internal world. You know, this chaotic world inside. And to get out of that, there could be an inward journey that needs to happen. And from that, you know, you get that illumination, you know. You come into your own, you come into your power, your magician. You come into that. Okay. I feel like this one was very straightforward. So, awesome sauce, pile 2. Awesome sauce. All right. And, we got the Lovers again. So, yeah, but something is moving forward. Things are coming together for you. But it's about the choices you make. Again, you always have free will. I always love the analogy of the cake. You know, you can have the universe can put the ingredients on the table, but you have to make the cake. 10 of Swords. Oh, we have the 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords. Okay, things can come together, but you have to get out of your head. But again, these are 10s. The 10 of Wands here, we're talking about that big burden, that kind of feeling worn down spiritually, feeling rock bottom. You know. Oh, sorry. Sorry for any noise in the background. But like just mentally feeling kind of rock bottom as well. That's something to come out of. And I feel like that could be part of this test as well. Okay. All right, pile 2. I feel that is your read. So thank you so much for trusting me to read for you. If you resonated, please like, subscribe, share the channel. Is very helpful. And let's see, I'm trying to do like any housekeeping things. Any of the cards or the tools that I use that are available, I'll have links in the description for those. I'll have a link in the description for my personal shop. I'm an artist. I have all kinds of stuff there you can check out, as well as the link for the notepad used in the beginning, in the intro. Ooh, excuse me. I'm just, spirit's talking through me. Okay, I think that is it. So thank you again. And until we meet again, stay safe, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. All right? Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose pile 3, your card, brain is very scattered right now. This is the death card from your tarot deck. And then we also have the quartz point and the bonefish hook. Okay. So we're going to dive right in and take a look-see. Let's get some oracle cards on the situation. This stuff situation, the energy, what is going on for our pile 3s? Okay. And as always, if you are not resonating with the piles, we kind of do this look. I'm not sure what this deck is doing. That's okay. If it doesn't resonate, you can check out any of the other piles. You can check out any of the other reads. And if you cannot find the answer to your question there, let me know if you want some recommendations. I know some amazing readers here on YouTube, and I'm all about spreading that love because they have some awesome communities here. So you will find the answer to your question, I promise. Oh my god, okay. This particular side of the deck is just going crazy. All right. Got several tea leaves. We got a month of the year. Let's get some runes. All right, got 2. Everything is crooked on screen. It's fine. Okay, got 2 here as well. And I need to zip that up. We accidentally dumped out our pouch of tokens yesterday. One of our reads. It was super fun. All right. What do we got? Ooh, you have the banana of duality. I love it. Listen, sometimes they just want the banana. I don't know. For some of these cards are just a joy. So it's 27. We have the water symbol. This is one of the cards in this deck that actually doesn't have an astrological sign on it, which is very interesting. Okay. But water signs, those are going to be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces as well. So if those kind of resonate, any of those signs. We also have I forget the name of it, but it's the staff. It's like a healer staff. There is a name for it, and it is escaping me. I apologize. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. You have the token of elemental balance and the token of breaking. Breaking something. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is... I always get those two mixed up because I'm dyslexic. This is Fehu. It's Fehu. Fehu's pointed up. Yeah. Fehu is like it's prosperity, but it's like in a physical resources. And we have Isa. I think that's Isa, which is slowness, a blockage. Think of ice, things not moving very fast. So again, this situation we're talking about being stuck. So that's very interesting that this would come up. Can also be a rune of patience. You know, because like delays, things moving slow, and patience. Okay. It's very interesting to have duality here. Something... I just got the sense of like 2 sides of a same coin, but something like flipping. Oh, okay, we'll keep going. I'm not entirely sure on that. Ooh, September. Ooh, and we have 9. 7 plus 2. 7, 8. Yeah, 9. So when this read goes up, this is a timeless read, but currently we are about to hit August. We're about to go into August. So if you're looking at this in the future, maybe something happening in a month's time. Okay. That's where Isa, I feel, can come in. It's still something is going to unstick, but not yet. It's coming, but we're not quite there. And I just see all these like branches, and I just get the sense of something's still kind of tangled up. Things still have to settle. It's very interesting. Okay. Ooh, maybe we can move this down here. Can we? Yay! There we go. All right. Boat. Money or prosperity through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Ooh, the Fehu. All right. Goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Okay. Something's definitely going to be changing here. I'm just going to put Fehu like right there with these. Okay. Moon. Changes in your life. Okay. I can't write it. All right. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Pile 3. Holy cow. Broken ring. Parting of ways, either in romance or business. That's, with this breaking token. That, okay. Okay, part of this situation that's happening for you, pile 3. I'm getting the sense that this is the energy that you're still sitting in. This duality. Something still has to break away. You have to kind of part from something. We were talking about like that tangle. Something still has to settle. So in the next month, give or take, again, take timing always with a grain of salt in reads. And again, we have this elemental balance. So something could be coming more into balance. And through that, because of that, again, death. This death is about breaking away from something, moving away from something, letting something go so something else can grow. But things are moving slow right now. Again, this Isa rune, this is a time for patience. However, the boat, the goldfish, changes, wishes. Things are still gonna be happening. Like, this is exciting with Fehu, and I feel like this is very much in the physical realm for you. It says material wealth or spiritual growth, but we have these other work. You know what? It could be a little bit of both, because we have this elemental balance, this spiritual, this duality. Both. Okay, so this duality could be talking about growth in both areas. Two things happening at the same time. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing for the situation for you, pile 3, which is very straightforward. I think out of all the piles, pile 1 and 2, this is the most straightforward of like, all right, this what's going on. Okay. Just pile 1, I think it was definitely the longest read, but it felt very, very layered and complicated, and not necessarily in a bad way, just layered and complicated. So sometimes that's how it be. That's how it be. That's how it do. All right. Anyways, can we please get so? It's dumped half the deck. I'm not taking the whole deck. We'll take the top one there. All right. Not taking. That was a good like quarter of the deck there. All right. Could we get some more information, please, on this situation? Especially dealing with this parting of ways. Like what's currently going on? Shuffling, not much is coming out though. All right, what are we allowed to know? If feel like there's definitely some, like, you find out when you find out. Okay, which one is this? 9 of Wands. Okay, 9 of Wands. 4 of Cups. The Fool. 7 of Cups. The World. And the Emperor. This is something... I feel like this is something you've had to kind of, I want to say, like, defend yourself. But the idea of, like, as an example, like, you pursue a career path or a field of study and everybody's like, oh, that's so useless. Why are you doing that? It's a waste of time. Like, how, whatever, garbage society throws at us. But you've stuck with it. You've stuck with it because 9 of Wands is about perseverance. It's persistence, perseverance. The phrase, like, just sticking with it. Despite all of the the chattering, despite all the talk, perhaps the negative talk. Again, we have these skulls on fire, and you have, I think this is Baba Yaga's house, looks like it could be on fire, it could be light, I don't know. But despite all the chaos happening around you, you're sticking with it. And I think from that persistence, it's interesting how this little houseboat and the house in the background have a little bit of a similar shape. I don't know. For some reason, those two shapes just stood out to me. I feel like from your persistence, sticking with it, again, we have the 9. 9. 9. Something, because you've stuck with it. And this could be 9 months, could be 9 years. It could be just you stuck with it for a long time. And from that persistence, that's where this windfall is coming in. And I know it says inheritance, but I can also see inheritance as getting what you rightly deserve for your efforts. Inheritance can also be like a legacy, like your legacy comes through in the form of material resources. Again, Fehu. And I think it's not something you see coming. Yeah. I feel part of this shift, this duality, this flip that's happening is perhaps your industry, your job, your field of study. I feel like, again, this is very perhaps career driven. But perhaps like that the focus has been let's say on this, gold and teal color scheme. And then suddenly everybody's like, oh my God, we want this yellow and orange and red. And that's what you've been working with all this time. Very obscure reference, but just not reference, example. But there it is. So it's just like suddenly the market shifts, the industry shifts, whatever. My wrist is cracking. Sorry. There we go. Something shifts that it may not be in your control, but it's something that happens. Okay. Changes in your life with the moon. The moon also in tarot is about things coming to light. And again, I feel like there's a shift, but it's not necessarily something you do. The Fool card, it's about kind of like taking risks, perhaps even stepping out of your comfort zone. This has a feeling of kind of divine timing in a way. So I get the feeling that be in touch with your intuition. Balance yourself out. Whether that's meditation, however you worked, you can kind of ground yourself. Again, this duality, being grounded, but also listening to your intuition. That kind of dual. Again, just getting the idea of a coin. And again, coins can be chance. You toss a coin to, heads or tails kind of deal. So there could be an opportunity that comes along that may be a little out of your comfort zone, but ultimately could be an adventure that can lead to some big changes and wishes being granted with the needle and thread with the Seven of Cups. Just so many doors where there was once like no doors. Issa, the rune, that kind of ice blocking the path, slowing things down. Suddenly there's like just there's all these options. You have all these things to choose from. You have all like just the world opens up in a way. Okay, so here with the parting of ways, either in romance or business, with this breaking of, and the world. Look at the world. Maybe the emperor too. Let's see. And this is something big because these are both major arcanas. The world is the last in the major arcana. So I get the sense that something is coming to an end. There's a cycle that's ending. Like something is ending, but I don't necessarily feel it's a bad thing. It's ending so a new cycle can start. Again, death and rebirth. Something is ending so something else can grow. And what's going to grow is going to be steady. The Emperor it's the fourth in the major arcana. Fours are very steady and stable. This is King Arthur, the long reign over a kingdom, this legacy, this idea of legacy and something very solid, very long term. Okay, could we get some cards? We could maybe know a little bit more about what is ending here. Could we get some more information about what is ending? Oh, okay. All right. What is ending? Ooh. All right. So we have the Devil, Three of Coins, the Tower, Judgment. I was gonna be like, if these are all major arcanas, good, googly moogly. Okay. What is ending is gonna be big. It is going to be life changing. Changes in your life. Life changing. And I get the sense it's with the Devil card here. Part of, I think, something that needs to be walked away from is what has been holding you back. And these could be limiting beliefs, like limiting negative self-talk. Like what's been holding you back from your calling? And I think part of this Tower moment is that wake-up call. Like something goes down that it's like, okay, this is what I have to do. This is the direction I need to go. It's interesting that the Ace of Cups fell right here with the Fool and the Devil as well. Because aces are about new beginnings, new starts. And cups in particular are about emotions. It doesn't necessarily have to be matters of the heart, but it could be something that is an opportunity for something emotional. I think maybe let me try to think of an example. So perhaps if you were walking a path in your career and it felt like a great idea, it was very grounded, but then something that's still in that genre, but maybe it's a path you never considered. And it's like, ooh, this is a bit risky, this Fool card. This could be a bit risky, but I'm going to try it anyways. I'm going to walk that path. It's out of my comfort zone, but this looks like an adventure. This looks like something, just again, whatever it is in your reality, like this is something I could sink my teeth into. And it ends up being that. It ends up, you walk and you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know this was, you could do this. You could make a career out of this. This is amazing. And there's going to be partnerships. There's going to be partnerships in that. And part of the thing that could be changing, this what you're walking away from, what's ending, is what partnerships you have. So maybe it's like leaving an old job for a new job and you have a new boss. It's not to say that anything was wrong with your old boss. Maybe they're a perfectly polite, delightful person. But this new path, this new job, this new company is much more, it fills your cup. It just fills your cup. So that could be something. It's very interesting. That fell right in the middle. That and this duality as well. A different partnership. So a new partnership, but maybe something that has to fall away was maybe an old partnership that wasn't fulfilling you, that wasn't serving your greater purpose. So, dang. All right. Okay. So can we get some information? All right. Knocking things around. How to get unstuck. We have a little more information about this. What's breaking? How? This is apparently this next month. I feel it's gonna be big. It's gonna be some big changes. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, no, don't dump half the deck out, please. It's interesting that the pile 3, twice now, the decks have tried to just dump out a bunch of cards at once. So it could be, oh, and my candle just went out. That might be confirmation. When things change, it could be everything everywhere all at once. Like it could be one of those that just, it comes out of nowhere. The 4 of Cups comes out of nowhere and just like, oh my god, what's happening? But in like a good way. The Tower again. Okay. 2 of Swords. The Star. And the 9 of Cups. Okay. So how to get unstuck. So this is an interesting Tower card because we see this squirrel here. And these butterflies. The lightning. The Tower is about breaking down foundations that no longer serve us. So a new, stronger foundation can be built. And what breaks down for one person can be a good thing, and yet for another person can have a different effect. So maybe so I just get the sense that like the squirrel needed a better foundation to begin with. So they're like, okay, I'm gonna take my resources and we're gonna do this the right way. And the butterflies are just like panicking. Like, oh no, what's going on? What's happening? 2 different approaches to the same situation. So I'm getting the sense of that with the 2. Okay, so the Tower with the 2 of Swords here. You have to make a choice. Ultimately, again, you always have free will. You have to make a choice. And it could be a situation, again, we were talking about like not listening. You've been persevering despite all the chaos or negative talk around you. But you're also going to need to decide whether to listen to the negative talk inside you. We were talking about the devil here, limiting self-beliefs. Do you take the blindfold off and see the situation for what it is? That choice is ultimately going to be up to you. The Star and the 9 of Cups. I love this for you, pile 3, because this is saying, hold on. You come this far. Hold on. because your wishes are coming true. Again, a sincere wish will be granted. The Nine of Cups is about fulfillment. It's a wish card. It's one of the wish cards in the tarot, which is just awesome. But again, free will. You know, you ultimately, you're the person who has control over your path and how you walk your path. Hold on, I need to get some tea. I need to finish my sentences too. That would be helpful. All right, let's get the bottom of the deck. The Four of Pentacles. Ooh, and this figure has the, what's it called? Othilla rune. It's the rune of possessions, property, and legacy. It's the boat, basically. It's the boat. That is amazing. Okay, so we have Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit on the bottom of this deck. Okay. Also, I'm just getting the sense the Four of Pentacles here is hold on. Hold on. And Pentacles is earth. It is your physical resources. So right now, even if things are tough, perhaps in your physical resources, your finances, know that things can shift. And it's interesting, this little village back here. Don't forget the people around you that can help. Don't forget there's a village there. You know, you can get support in this. Feels like it's going to be a little bit of a turbulent ride. Not a bad one, just a little bumpy. And the Hermit. This feels like a very deep personal transformation. And yes, you can have support externally, but ultimately, again, taking that blindfold off, seeing the situation for what it is, parting ways with something that is either not working or broken, going with that flow, you know, with the tower moment. So the tower comes up twice. You know, that is a path that only you can walk. You can have support. Yes, you can ground and meditate, and always you can ask support from the universe. But you have to pull the blindfold off. You have to bake the cake. It's the cake metaphor. The universe can put all the ingredients on the table. You got to bake the cake. I love that metaphor so much. All right, pile 3. I feel like this is your read. Thank you so much for trusting me to read for you. I super, super appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share. It's very helpful for the channel. And as always, we'll put links in the description for any of the tools or materials that are used here that will at least list everything. Some of these I will have links for. And also a link. My little brain hamster is working so hard right now. We'll also have links for my own shop, because I'm an artist and I have all kinds of stuff there. You can check it out, as well as the artist of the notepad from the intro, because we support small business. Do that. All right, pile 3. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, until next time, take care of yourself, stay safe, and I will see you then. Bye.